3, 2, 1.
This video brought to you by Green Man Gaming. Green Man Gaming. No matter how short or long these videos get, it's always Green Man Gaming. Always. Audience, Hunter. Welcome to the Extreme Profile missions. Our target, Elu. The furthest planet from the sun. So set that as the target. This is the latest in our Pegasus endeavors, our latest voyage together. Thank you for coming along with us, but we got something a little bit different here today, actually. We're not starting in orbit. We're starting on the ground. We need to launch this in tandem with Pegasus. This is EluCom, our mass relay that we're sending out alongside our expedition vessel. Now, we're just gonna launch this thing straight up and see where it goes. This is a Super Eagle. I have retrofitted the upper stage a little bit. I have doubled the upper stage fuel capacity, and I might actually need to redo a bunch of these. No, I don't. At least not right away. That stage is just gonna get fucked. I do need to redo this upper stage, however, it seems. Where's that decoupler? Where's that decoupler? That's that one. That's that one. Okay. So create a new stage here. That's this engine and this decoupler. Boom. Alright. Yeah, we're good to go. SAS is engaged, full throttle. Let's light this candle. Oh, whoa, she's kind of heavy. Just a little bit. We've doubled the fuel capacity on this thing. And to make sure we don't run out of power, this one is equipped, unlike our other relays, this one is equipped with 2 radioisotope thermoelectric generators. We are going far away from the sun this time. We might not be able to rely on the big, huge solar arrays, but we're still going to extend them once we break atmosphere. We need to gain as much speed as possible. Now, I have tried to send equipment to Elu in the past, and I'll just show you real quick where that ended up. Old Horizons. Got really close to Elu, actually did a flyby, ran out of fuel, trying to actually get into an orbit. So, it never made it. And that was with an Eagle Heavy with a rather large payload. This is a Super Eagle, so bit more fuel. We'll see what happens with this one. If this doesn't work, we're just gonna have to cut down on our mission time. I know for a fact that we could get an intercept with Elu. I just don't know if we're gonna be able to keep the comm satellite there. So, if we can't get a orbit around Elu with this thing, we're gonna have to cut the mission short, as in however long it takes for the ComSat to go out of range. I've also cut down on the weight of this thing. This thing no longer has the avionics package on top of the boosters. Most of the struts have been torn off. The guide fins for the upper stage are no more. Just as whatever weight we could pull off this thing, we did. In fact, I was a little bit skeptical putting the radioisotopes on there. I didn't want to do it. Alright, so I did a flight test last night. We should have enough left in this first stage to get us clear of the atmosphere. And from there, sunrise. From there, we can expose the shroud. That'll drop some of our weight. Like, I'm actually concerned about weight now. Like, really concerned. Alright, come on, just get us out of Atmo. We got about 200 meters per second left to burn here. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. 87, we just broke Atmo. Okay, yeah, just barely. Panels up, let's go. This thing doesn't have a tremendously good power system. It's gonna need every scrap of power that it can get. Every last scrap of solar power facing the sun. Extend this one as well. Every last bit. Alright. Can I get a rough trajectory on that debris? Yeah, that'll splash back down once it reaches apogee in about 9 minutes. It's not even gonna have enough time to... At least I don't think it's gonna have enough time to come back. It might just splash into the ocean just right barely off the coast. Alright, so now we're waiting for this thing to break out of the Kerbin system. I also took some RCS thrusters off those outer stages just to give us a little bit extra lift. The rest of these I will need for maneuvering. This is still considered a very large rocket. We think big here. We always use big stuff. Just reposition that, thank you. So that's 1,800 meters per second left on the first stage, and from here, Kerbin, from the surface of Kerbin to an intercept with Elu is about 8,000 meters per second delta V. However, the game is not telling me how much the upper stage has. And it's probably going to come down to that. How's our power? Electric charge is good. And camera just shifted perspective away from Kerbin, which is indeed actively getting smaller. You could actually see it. Oh. Alright, with that. Yeah, looks good. Alright. Now we gotta do the same maneuver with Pegasus. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Okay. Pegasus is on the move. This is a big ship, Pegasus has to do one more orbit. And it would seem that I also need to... Well, while we're turning, I'm gonna go check that, actually. Let me see. Properties, local files. I'm pretty sure it's under game data. Squad, parts, engine, ion engine, and the config file Now I need to remember how I do this. Yeah. They fucked that up. Yeah, they changed it again. I'm gonna need a minute to, get our, like, sort of time-saving method back into place. Okay, the accelerator is back online. Needed a full goddamn reboot and everything. I call it the accelerator because it's 100 times the engine power, but 100 times the fuel consumption. It is purely a time-saving method for these videos. We absolutely could do it the normal way, but I don't want to sit here for 5 days straight. That would be too many episodes of Critical Role for me to sit through and just sit there and watch this thing burn. Though to be fair, in real life, astronauts would probably pull that off. Anyway, let's time accelerate to our burn point. Let's get this done. Maybe slower than that. Maybe a little bit faster than that, though. Let's go 100, not 50, 15 minutes from burn time. And also, we're doing this on the dark side of Kerbin, which means that our solar array is not going to help. So hopefully we'll be able to maintain burn for the full minute required to get this thing out of the Kerbin system. Possibly longer. I haven't decided if we're going full throttle yet. We'll see how it does at half throttle first, and then if things look good, we'll go to full throttle. I don't know if it's going to cause any structural wobble or anything. All right. 2 minutes out. All right, coming up on it. Get ready. Yeah, I just lowered our time acceleration by a lot, and that was not very comfortable. Going from basically 50 to 1. Ugh. Yeah, that might cause problems, some cracking problems right there. All right, 20 seconds. This is final burn out of the Kerbin system. This is our biggest venture yet with Pegasus. This is a big one. This is a big one for us. 6 seconds. Measured really, really slowly due to frame rate issues. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Honestly, should have started it 36 seconds ago. And it looks like the sound that I tried to hook in is still not working. Darn. All right, bring her to about half throttle. There's good. Hold it there. Keep her steady. She looks steady. Lander's locked down pretty good, and that usually is what causes us grief. Lots of grief, lots of problems. Should have just equipped an ion engine on the relay. Though with a vessel that heavy, it's gonna cause problems. Okay, we finally have a readout on Delta V. It is 15,000 meters per second Delta V. That is with the new cargo space installed. And we don't have to worry about having as much weight on board on our way back. She looks stable enough. Bring her up a little bit higher. Bring us up to about 75%. Yeah. Still looking good. Still looking good. Filled in, holding her steady, and I was wrong. It does look like we will have the sun for this. Electric charge draining very, very slightly. Not even gonna worry about it. The power plant on this thing is incredible, but honestly, wait, are these being blocked? These are being blocked. These, however, are not. And these are being blocked. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 arrays. I'm thinking of sending an engineering expedition up to pull some more unnecessary bits off of Pegasus once we're back. Let me just run the numbers again here. We are low orbit Kerbin to low orbit Elu. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's 5,500 Delta V to Elu if we're economical about it, and we are going to be economical about it. We're going to be using optimal times to get this done. We're going to be using as little fuel as possible. We're going to be doing some fine-tuning to make sure we burn good. Bring us up to full throttle. We're looking fine. We're looking fine. We're looking damn good here. SAS isn't killing us, and the lander is holding steady. I was a little bit worried because it's just the tiniest bit lopsided with that rover hanging off the side. But I think... Oh, wait. No. There we go. Okay. Bring her down. Bring her down. Ease off. Ease off. I think something snapped. I think something snapped there. That's like right in the middle. That's gonna be a... That's a big one. Okay. I don't know what happened there. We just had structural failure right by the cargo bay. I'm not sure what went wrong. Disengage SAS. Okay. Easy now. That's gonna be a return to tracking station and load back in. I do not trust this to not rip itself apart. I do not trust this to not rip itself apart in a fit of rage. Okay. Back here, Pegasus. Show me how it looks. I don't know what happened. We were doing really good at about half throttle. I guess we're just going to have to stick to that for now. En route, I'll have the engineers take a look at things. We have 3 engineers on board. Because we're trying a bunch of new things out with this flight. All right. She looks more stable now. Can we just engage a bit of SAS, move over to our maneuver node? If we could actually finish this burn, that'd be totally swell. Because as it stands right now, it is 46 minutes to apogee, and then back around, periaps is another hour and 30 minutes, and EluCom already has a huge lead on us. This isn't a race, but I gotta keep track of both of them, and I would rather... Wait, what the fuck? That's not good. That is... Oh, that is bad. That is very bad. The telescope is loose. I'm gonna need, we're still going, but that's bad. Telescope is also kind of lopsided. That's not good. I think that's just... I'm gonna hope that that's a side effect of the loading. Let's see what happens. Okay. We're still going, but I'm gonna take it easy on the throttle. Just 1/3. Ahead 1/3. She's not looking horrible, but once we're away and well, I want to have a look at this. Because that's not supposed to happen. I'm going to hope that it is a side effect of the goddamn loading, and I'm going to keep an eye on this thing's structural integrity. What? Okay. I thought I saw it bending again. It's this trunk module that's really worrying me. I'm really worried about this trunk module, actually. It's not... It's really new, and I don't know what it's gonna do to our structural integrity. It's tied down, like, really, really well. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Yeah, it looks like some of the struts snapped off of the trunk. We're gonna have to go out there and, fix it. That one snapped. Having a look at it. That one's attached to a light. That one definitely snapped. There's another broken one. Oh, boy. She's 23 years old. Your car isn't even 23 years old. At least, I don't think it is. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you at home. You sitting at your computer or watching this on your phone or your tablet or what have you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Your car is not 23 years old. My spaceship is 23 years old. Okay? And your car probably doesn't matter if your car fails. Or maybe it does. Point is, lives aren't at stake if your car up and dies on you. Or at least not on the highway. In most situations, if your car dies, it's not a matter of life and death. If my spaceship fails, it's a matter of life and death. There are 7 souls on board. I'm gonna skip through this burn for you guys. We'll come back if something horrible happens. Okay, it looks like there was a bit of a miscalculation on the maneuver planner. And it would appear we are leaving the turbine system earlier than expected. I am lowering our speed because I plan to ease off the throttle this time instead of just cutting it, which always causes problems on the structural integrity of the vessel. Easy, there we go. And cut it. There we go. Okay. We are now on our way out of the out of the Kerbin system, and I'm gonna go ahead and check that. Damn it. It's the Russian bots again, commenting on my videos. Alright, so, couple of things. Both craft are now on their way out. I am going to revert to the tracking station to see if this realigns, if it's just a glitch. If it's not, we're gonna have to send the engineers out to do something about it. Okay, I reloaded it, and the bad news is that it is still very, very loose. So, all kinds of problems here today on the Headhunter space program. I'm going to attempt to, let's see who we have available. Bob. Okay, Bob. Let's see what we can do. I think Jofke has better lights, but... Alright, first thing you need to do is find a place to grapple on to somewhere in the engineering bay. Somewhere on the arm should be okay. Okay. And we better hope that we can pick up that telescope. Telescope appears to be attached via the grapple arm. Let's go ahead and disarm it. Okay. We're gonna have to unhook some of these struts. What's holding it? Let's see here. And now that I look at it, the arm itself is also misaligned, and I don't know why. That's a big, big issue. Okay. From the looks of it, these are not EVA struts. We're going to have to detach each of them individually. And that's going to take a while because every time I try to do that, the game lags out. Okay, now, some of these are the EVA struts, and we can't pick up EVA struts. We can, however, cut them. So we're going to go ahead and cut those. Because I have reason to believe they're what's causing all our problems right now. These two, cut the EVA struts. Cut it. This one as well, cut. There are a bunch of these all grouped together around the arm. We only unhook them if we're actually going to use the arm. Right now we're not. Okay. There's one other strut that... no, that's not connected to the telescope. Alright. Bad news is the part appears too big for us to be able to pick it up. Bob, go ahead and grab onto a ladder somewhere. Oh boy. Watch the arm. It's loose. Loose as hell. Don't go pinging off into oblivion. Please. And we'll only have 2 engineers. Okay, the telescope is too big to move. Do you have... No, you have a science kit, you fucking idiot. Grab one of these. Give that a minute, I guess. About an eternity later. Okay. Repair kit. We're gonna see if this helps. It decidedly did not. In fact, wait a minute, let me check something. Alright, that one is picked up. The whole damn structure is misaligned. I'd say let's just disassemble the whole arm, but I'm not sure if we can pick up this piece. I kind of want to try another reload now that the EVA struts are off. See if that does anything to help. This has happened before, and I don't remember how we fixed it last time. Alright, let's give it a shot. Okay. But it looked like it worked at first, but no, it didn't. I don't know why it's done this. And I'm not entirely sure how to fix it. It might just be that this module is a lost cause. It's completely broken. There might be... There are a few other things we could try. If we try rotating the telescope, it might snap back into position. So, I could safely say I've never seen anything like that before. That's strange. Does the telescope work? Yeah, it's working. Everything's just horribly misaligned now. Like, all the equipment still works, it's just... off-center. Maybe we need to... I'm gonna look up the issue. Okay, I'm on the KSP Discord. They're trying to help figure out this issue. It doesn't seem to be affecting our aerodynamics too heavily, so we might as well send the ship to Elu. But first, we got these new parts. And we're gonna go ahead and turn them on. We got some new science tools on board. These are the magnetometers. And we're going to see what the magnetosphere of Kerbin looks like from this far away. They're really long. They're really, really long. Give that a couple hours. They're really, really long. And that's why they're packed into those little tiny things. All right. Let's see what we can do. Kerbin's magnetic field is weaker out here, but still easily detectable, and this instrument maps the field fluctuations. Nice. I'm hoping that eventually we'll be able to give the lab boys something to do. Do we have a crew report that we can file? No. We don't. Alright. Let's see who gets out of the Kerbin sphere of influence first. Elu is still plowing away at that. In fact, we're just gonna time Excel until both of these ships are out of the sphere. God, Elu is going. Elu has a lot more speed than Pegasus, clearly. She's fading. We're about to lose her. We need another 12 days before we can actually... Yeah. Alright. We're there. More or less. Boom. Alright. Deep space. By technicality. Deep space. Still waiting on answers for that telescope. I don't know, guys. This might be the last flight of this particular workshop. We might have to scrap it. Honestly, the workshop has been causing a lot more problems than it's worth. We might ditch the arm. Do kind of want to keep the telescope. Wait, what's this guy got? I don't know. I'm gonna let him keep typing. See if the magnetometer works out here. Overwrite, yeah. There we go. High over the sun. Interaction between the solar wind and the magnetic field of this body as it deflects charged particles. Alright. Kerbin should actually still be within our view. Yeah, there it is, way over there. Alright. Let's figure out these maneuvers that we gotta do. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta establish Elu as the target planet. So, set as target, mechanical Jeb will pull up the maneuver planner. By impulsive Homan transfer to another target at the optimum time. Create. How big is that bird? 3,000! When is that burn? 228 days. Alright, well, that's okay. You got your burn locked in. Elu, you're next. Sorry if that was loud. We're planning maneuvers for 2 ships. Let that load. 2 maneuvers, 2 ships, 1 great big nightmare. Look at that, the frame rate returns. Hey. Alright. So, maneuver planner. Is Elu still set as your target? It is, I think. Yes, it is. Okay, Homan transfer at the optimum time. Create node. You found one. In 1 year. 3,400. Which means we'll have a bit of fuel left in the upper stage after we burn it off. Okay, so Pegasus is going to make its maneuver first. And it's a burn time of 2 minutes and 20 seconds for this ship. Elu isn't going to have to do any fine-tuning, so we will skip that step. The only thing we need to worry about is when we actually move to intercept. Okay. Yeah, alright. Elucom is locked in for that. How's she doing? Lower this. Not great on fuel for the lower stage, but frankly, it's great that it lasted this long. We need to push as much as we can out of these Mastodon engines. After that, we will switch over to the Rhino, and from there, it's nerve engines, good old atomic rocket motors. We're gonna hope we can pull that off. Okay. Let's swap back to Pegasus and, get to our stations. Okay, guys, we are 43 days out from the first burn. We are burning right around our apogee, which I forget, is that higher? Yeah, that's higher. That was gonna be my first guess. But this is where we need to burn. And that is gonna run us for about 4.5 minutes. Hopefully nothing goes terribly, terribly wrong. I'm gonna start slowing down the time accelerator, because now we are at, we're closing in on our 10 days. Lost track of Elucom. It's over there. So yeah, it's going into a higher orbit right now. But its burn isn't for another, I'm not gonna go over and check it right now because we're 8 days out from the burn, and with time acceleration, that is not a lot of time. Once we do this burn and we, move to fine-tune our closest approach to the planet, we will go ahead and we'll put in the command to fine-tune our approach, see when that's gonna be, and from there we'll move over to Elucom and figure out where to go from there. Figure out which burn we're gonna do next. We might have to do Pegasus again in 3 days. I don't know. The calculator knows. I don't. Well, the good news is this burn doesn't have to be tremendously precise. The fine-tuning burn does have to be tremendously precise if we want to get an intercept. Alright. 1 hour, 50 minutes. Let's go. What's the time on this video? These particular videos are usually long, and we're not doing the landing this week, so... Alright, lower again. Let's go up. 30 minutes. 29 minutes. I want to see if massive... No, it didn't. In fact, it just made it more stupid. It didn't move, it's just more stupid now. Alright. Solar arrays are doing their job, at least. We'll have enough power. Our crew is still sane. Phildin is DMing his zero-G D&D campaign. He came up with a new campaign while they were still on the ground, and then a little bit while we were preparing to leave. Jebediah started listening to hip-hop, and that has not helped morale a lot. Has not helped morale a lot, exactly. Anyway, 6 minutes out from burn. 5, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Just checking our fuel. We actually should have started about 35 seconds ago, so let's go. Again, this burn doesn't have to be tremendously precise, but we do have to burn it. What is that? Is that wobble? It's the problem with just such a big fucking ship. I think it's just engine vibration. We seem to be okay at this level of thrust. Frankly, I'm more worried about this section. Speaking of which, did they ever... No, they did not. They did not figure out how to fix the problem. While we're burning here, I'm going to go ahead and pull up information on Elu, but not before I let this tab load. Oh, wait. That's the wrong one. All right. Elu! All right, so, was released with 0.18.2 as a Christmas gift. Is the 7th and farthest planet from Kerbal, most of the time. Orbital velocity. Sphere of influence is... Okay, synchronous orbit would be 683.69 kilometers. Escape velocity is only 841.83 meters per second. Surface gravity, 1.69 meters per second squared. I looked away from the ship. Is it wobbling? No, it's well within acceptable bounds for now. Equatorial radius is 210,000 meters. Equatorial circumference, 1,319,469. Encounters are challenging. Its distance from Kerbin tends to make missions very lengthy. Synchronous orbit around Elu is possible. Its eccentric orbit means that at certain points it is incredibly close to Jool, and in fact, that for brief periods is closer to the Sun than Jool. Which means the effect of Jool gravitational assists in an Elu mission can, with the right timing, drastically reduce the time spent on the mission. However, the rarity of this event means that a landed Elu craft will have to wait many years to reverse this action. There were plans for Elu to become the moon of a second gas planet and have an active surface with cryovolcanic phenomena. It is unknown what Elu's parent planet was intended to look like, but according to former developer, Elu was to be the innermost moon of 3 other major moons. That, of course, never happened. Elu remains as the furthest planet from the Sun. At the rate we're going to be burning for a really long time here, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and skip most of the burn for you. When we get down to about 100 meters, I'll cut it back in. Okay. I blanked, and I also just totally fucked up where I left off with Critical Role. Shit. Good enough. Okay. Yeah, we're coming down to the end of our burn here, lowering the throttle. No issues, surprisingly. This was a really, really long burn. Oh, God. Raise it up again, please, just under 2/3. Because I just realized that is indeed really slow. Seriously, I was here for like 40 minutes. Something along those lines. No, that's not good enough. We don't have an intercept yet. Okay, now lower it. Let's see where we end up. Easy. Alright, lower our speed. There's an intercept. Alright, easy now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cut it. SAS off. Stability assist only. Easy. Let's see how she did. She's shaking just a little bit. Actually, she's shaking a lot. Let's not focus on that right now. She'll hold together. Maneuver planner. We need to fine-tune our approach. Here we go. Fine-tune closest approach. Approximate final. Let's call it 200. Create. And that node is in 217 days. All right. Well, it's programmed in. Let's swap back over to JewelCom and do that burn. Okay, we're back, and we have a frame rate. Wow. All right, let's get those reaction wheels spinning. Spinning. What is the sphere of influence on Elu? Not a clue. I'm actually surprised that the reaction wheels on this are working as well as they are, considering bottom part of the ship doesn't actually have any. There's this big one up here, and there's one here. That's about all we're running on, though. There's some smaller ones inside of the probe core, and this one has... yeah, that one has a few more, but yeah, that's all we're running on. Now, its burn is not for another 197 days, so we're cutting it a little bit close with this one. A little bit closer than I'd like, because, back to Pegasus, their burn is... Their burn is gonna be coming up pretty soon, too. Right around that time frame, I might add. Whatever. If we miss it, we could burn again. We might have to burn a bit more, but... it's not like Pegasus doesn't have fuel to spare. And we are going to be a lot lighter on our way back. Ooh, look at that. We're bouncing off of, Dunacom. Just a bit. We might actually need Dunacom as a sort of in-between relay moving forward. That or JewelCom might have to pick up some of the slack. Pegasus does have a good antenna, but it's not really well suited for really far-reaching objects that I would like to reach. 5 days, 4 days. Okay, yeah, this one we actually have to pay attention to because there is no frame rate delay on this timer. 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours. Technically now 3 and 2 hours. Why did I say 3 again? Okay. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36. Oh, wait. Start the burn at the start burn time. So really, it's 25. All right. Here we go. 15 minutes. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm gonna lower it here in a minute. In a second. All right. Stop it at about 20 seconds. Yep, right there. Good, good. Now just let it count down. We're going full thrust on this one. I don't know why it's spinning like that. That better not affect our trajectory in any way. Otherwise, I'm going to be extremely upset. We're cruising. By some miracle, our mastodon's actually reignited. We're not gonna have them much longer, though. We're about to swap over here in another 250 meters per second. Just making sure here, and yeah. That was engine burnout. We are away. Now this engine will carry us all the way to, this engine will carry us all the way to Elu. And that will be its burn. It's not a tremendously long burn, but a burn. I don't know why this is still saying 0. I'm gonna check something. Where are we at? 1,000. Okay. Yeah, keep burning. What's the serial number on these? The LVN. Okay. Liquid engine, LVN. Start throttling her down. Open that up. Lower again. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. Bear with me. Almost there, almost there. Just do the tiniest bit of fine-tuning. In fact, I have an idea. Oh, it's moving. Do we at least have a planetary intercept? We do indeed. Alright. Just do, what's the periaps on that? 19 million. That's far. $9 million, 9.5 mil. 9.5 mil is good, actually. Well, anyway, that other thing I needed to look at. It's, still just liquid fuel. I don't know what the issue is. I guess it just can't calculate it just yet. We'll leave it off here, though. That is the Headhunter Space Program for this week, because we just hit an hour. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button really hard with your head. This engine should keep us going for another 300 meters per second, which will give us a small boost when we go to slow down.
Coming